They don't have holes. Oh, I might have hit that wrong button. Wait, one moment, just hold it. This button. Can you see me now? Hey, I just got word from John Wolf. His phone still works, but he's lost power at home. They blew a transformer out front, so I'm thinking he must have had every camera in the house turned on. Okay, well, what we'll probably do is see if we can reschedule. He may be on shortly. We don't know, but I'm hearing it'll be at least 3 hours before power is restored. They got to get like some guys out there with some ladders and probably a new transformer. All right, let's see. So meantime, I figured I'd entertain you because this thing just came in. Where is it? Can we see it? There it is. Okay, that's a cute little penny. Huh. We can zoom out here, I suppose. Let's see if we can make that work. It's pretty well worn, but you have a little bit of ear. Okay, flip it over, have a look. It's got a good solid rim around there. Oh, look, it's got an S on there. A couple little dings there in the shoulder. Okay. Every time I get a 1909 S, I pay particular attention. I have learned, check it. Dude, check those 1909 S's because sometimes people will miss letters down here. Well, they didn't miss it here. Oh, shucks, darn it. Well, let's see what we got. We got a full solid rim. It's not intruding into the letters anywhere. We have, well, some lines, plenty of berries. The back is in better shape than the front. There's a ding on the end. I was hoping for a little more. Well, that's no problem at all. It's in good condition. It's not quite very good because on the front, I'm just missing too much. We got a little bit of ear, but this is all pretty much flushed out. But it's a whole lot better than about good. It's decent. So I thought I'd talk about these for just a bit. As long as we got some time, we can kill some time. Let me pull up a couple of other pictures here. Let's see if I have them ready. No, not even close. All right, one moment. This is an impromptu show. Okay, what button do I want? Where's the where's that one I had? Bear with me. We're putting this together all of a sudden. In here it is. Okay, and that button. There, here's a little. Okay, I think we can do this. I need that one for my granddaughter's books. Me too. Okay, this is a neat one. Let's watch this. Whoops. Oh, wait, let's start. Let's give me a chance to get some coffee. Ah, there we go. Okay, this is me just working. Okay, let's go to the screen. Anything on the screen you can't see? Yep, okay, good. Screenshot. And where'd it go? I had it. Let's see if you can see this. Now I gotta check and see if you can see that. Yeah, that works. That works just fine. Now, oops, what's this? Get out of here. 1909. This is a diagnostic image I've been putting together. You got all kinds of things going on. You got a P, you got an S, you got VDB, you got them with no VDB. Then you got a shallow or deep cut N on the reverse. Okay, there's kind of neat, but here's one. It's like the 1982 the small date. They got copper, they got zinc, they got the small date, the large date, but there's one that does not exist. Well, in 1909, with the VDB reverse at San Francisco, there is no type 2, which is a deep cut N. And I got to show you that next. Good Lord, do I have a deep cut N? Let's find out. Home. So anytime you get a 1909S and it's got a deep N, it's fake. Guaranteed. Absolutely guaranteed. All right, let's see if we can see what we see on this. Okay, N. This is what we're talking about, is the N in United, and this is shallow. All right, a deep cut N, it goes in a whole lot deeper. Let me pull up any old penny. What do we got here? Have I got one in reach? I'm not ready. Let's look at this one. Let's see what we got here. That is a deep cut. Now we can zoom in here. I hope we can zoom in here. And let's see if I can pick up my, I get a little arrow here somewhere. That's not it. There it is. Right in here. This is the deep cut. If you draw a straight line along the side of this N, actually I can probably do it this way. Let's see. Where'd it go? N. Okay, there. If I stretch this out, we can draw a straight line. There. And that cut is actually into that vertical side of the N. Just a hair. Just a tiny bit. But it goes way in, as you can see here. Let's straighten that out. Okay, let's get this down here. Now I can pull up. You ready for this? We got magic going on. Here's the webcam. Nope, that's not what I want. Here's a scope. No, that didn't work. That's a scope. What do I want? Okay, that. Oh, it's already here. Okay, over here is the shallow N. I was going to put them side by side, but they're both right here, so that's going to be really tough. Okay, so you got a type 1, which is the shallow. They made these first. And then the type 2, which is the deep cut. It's over here somewhere. There it is. But really, it's type 3 and 4 if it doesn't have the VDB. And we go back over here. No, where's the screen? Here's the screen. And I want this. There it is. So here we go. We got all 3, 4 of these. Type 1 is a VDB reverse with the shallow N. And I can probably adjust that so it says shallow N. Where's the edit? Oh, this is not the edit thing. Okay, so type 2 is the VDB reverse with a deep cut N. Type 3, right, is actually the no VDB with a shallow, right? So what I got right here, this little coin would be a type 3. Let's go. There it is. Because it has a shallow, but no VDB. Huh. And type 4 would be a shallow, no, would be a deep N with no VDB. Because they made the VDB first, so that's type 1 and type 2. Good Lord. Now you got to have how many 1909s? You got to have 4 different, just for 1909 Philly. For San Francisco, oh, you're going to love this. How many do you have if you want all the varieties for 1909 S? Huh. Okay, let's look at the screen again. Here's the screen. You got to have, nope, where'd it go? Stop that. Okay, there. If you want all the S's, you need 3. So 1 SVDB, 2 S's, 1 with the deep N, 1 with a shallow N. Then it gets really funny. You ready for this? Okay. I want the scope. There. There are 4 dyes used on 1909 SVDB. And we know this because the mint mark position moves around. All right? These things were punched in by hand. And, well, they didn't get exactly the same. They just held it up and smacked it with a hammer. And, well, wherever it landed, that was good enough. Okay, well, this one is a particular type for the 1909S because that's another series of dyes that they use there. And the 1909S with no VDB, you have 7 different mint mark positions. What? Now you got to have 7 plus 4, 11 different 1909S's, right? So you got 4 with the VDB and 7 with the no VDB. But wait, there's more to it because some of these 7 mint mark positions, some of them have both the shallow and the deep cut. So now what you have are dye pairs. You have a mint mark position on the obverse die, and then you have the reverse die with or without the shallow end. What? So I've actually come up with 9 die pairs for the 1909S. Oh gosh, does it get any tougher than this? So now we're up to what? 9 and 4 is 13 different for the 1909S's. If we want, let's see, screen. Yeah, if we want all, stop it. How do we delete this? There it is. We got 3 here. We got several for these 2, which are 7 mid-mark positions, and the 2 reverse dies used. Oh gosh, how long does this go on? What if they really want every single 1909 coin that there is for Lincoln cents? Can we see the screen here? Let me see if I can see that without, I can't show the URL. There it is. Okay, what do we got here? I got the Lincoln cents. This is the spreadsheet. You've got the 1909, the normal, right? Normal design, plain and simple, but you haven't disambiguated for the shallow or the deep cut ad. And this gets into the die pairs over here used. So you've got a DVO, which is the design variety for the obverse, and you got the DVR, which is design variety for the reverse. Well, you got a shallow, the deep cut, then you've got your DDOs, your double die obverses. There's 3 known. Some of those will have deep, one has a shallow, right? But whatever the pair that was used, they're pretty much straight up there. 1 double die reverse for the 1909 VDB. These are all VDBs. Let's see, we got some filled dies. I'm reading about satin proof. Breen is mentioning some satin proof as opposed to the matte proof. But I'm thinking, what happened there? I'm thinking what he's doing there is just adding a descriptive to what already exists, and it may be just the early die stages are showing up as more of a satiny finish than a matte finish, and you get that a lot of times. That's how they come up with the cameos. Okay, for the 1909 with no VDB, what do you got here? Geez, you got a whole slew of stuff here. You got DDRs up to wazoo. Some of these have, a pretty good premium on them. We've got so far listed 30 different double die reverses for the 1909 no VDB Lincoln cent. Try that out. And I still have yet to figure out which of those on some of these have the deep or the shallow end. We're coming up with it slowly in time. Here's the 1909 S's. You got the VDB. Now, if you don't disambiguate it as to the die state, we call it SND number 1. If you do have the die position, well, that's 1, 2, 3, or 4. Now, what you got here? The die pairs, where you have the mint mark positions, and I separated these and organized them by position and, let's see. Yeah, position from left to right. And I don't have the examples to show you quite yet. I got a lot of pictures from PCGS because I needed more samples. But you got position 7, 4, 2, and 6. Is that right? Have the shallow end on the reverse. And positions 5, 7, 1, 4, and 3, also in order from left to right for the mint mark. Those have the deep cut end. Oh, this is getting complex. So you actually have some overlap where you have, say, position number 4 will have both the shallow and the deep. Position number 7 will have the shallow and the deep. What? Are you fooling me? So how many do you have to have if you want everything from 1909? Good Lord. Let's count these up. I'm going to drag this down. There it is. What do you got here? I got a button I can press. It says 55, but I got a couple of normal designs that are not disambiguated. You're looking at 50 different coins for the one date. Where'd the stream go? There. Are we starting to lose our minds yet? Really? 50 different coins for one date? Let me click on a couple of things so I get control of my screen back. Scope. Yeah, if that's how far you want to take it. This won't move. There we go. Mind blown. Blown. Um, you've got different dyes are used, right? Sometimes they'll take out one of the dyes because it's cracked or broken or melted or maybe it's got bubble gum on it, and they'll put in a different dye. And by following the markers, and sometimes it's as bold as the design, right, where you have a difference in some major feature such as the end. Sometimes all you can tell is uh, a little dye markers, dye polishing marks, or little gouges around the rim, for example. This is sleuthing hardcore. Hey, there's Bill. I just need to know what to put on the 2x2. We're working on that. We're using the S at the start of the database for standard database. Wechsler has W. Well, we're going to use S for standard. SND is normal design, standard database, normal design. Then your SDDO would be standard database, double die obverse. That's the way we're setting that up. Good Lord. And then you get into the die pairs. This is getting tricky. I'm still keeping an eye out for a couple of these mid-mark positions with a different reverse. I've only gone through about 300 different 1909 S's trying to figure that out. Like type 1 or type 2. Well, type 1, the first thing they did was this shallow N. Okay, so that'd be type 1. And they always started with the VDB. They made the VDBs, and then they stopped making the VDBs and made them with no VDB. Okay, so no VDB with a shallow N is going to be type 1. No way. Dude, I got to write this stuff down. I'm losing my mind. Just give you an idea of what we're doing behind the scenes trying to figure all this stuff out. There's lots of it, I can tell you that. Let me catch up on chat just a bit. Still catching up with the finishes. Matte and satin. All right. The proofs early on from 1909 to 1916 and maybe 17, that's another purple unicorn floating around out there. They were done with a matte finish, almost a great detail, fantastic detail, and almost like a rough, almost eggshell sort of surface. And they're distinctive. They're attractive coins. And the way they were packaged, it was in tissue paper. They sent them out in tissue paper, and it looked great. Gave them good protection for the journey. But back in the day, look, it's 1909. They didn't have the craft process quite worked out, and they were putting out some pretty high acid paper. And what happened when the coins were left in that high acid paper over an extended period of time? They picked up some fantastic toning. Dude, they're green, they're blue, they're purple, right? They're mottled. They've got fantastic color to them. It's actually quite difficult to get a red 1909 matte proof. Well, anyway, I'm reading through Breen's about the matte proofs, and he's mentioning on several different of these dates a satin finish, which I think is more of a description of a particular matte proof. I don't think it's a separate and distinct finish. I think it's an early dye stage for those. Because, geez, it only takes 100 strikes and you're starting to alter that dye just a little bit. You're starting to wear down some of those fine surfaces. And on a matte proof, it wouldn't take much to change it just a bit. Type 1 is shallow. That's right. And you're looking at a type 1. But is it a shallow type 1 with or without the VDB? Right? So a 1909 VDB or a 1909, both will have a shallow or deep end, but only the S, wait a minute, the 1909 S VDB does not have a deep cut end. It always has a shallow end. You get a phone call, well, say hi, order a pizza or something. Like type 1 or type 2. Yeah, shallow or deep. Just describe the end and don't worry about the type. You got some odd things. As we develop this database, we're seeing some oddities in the way coins are labeled a lot of times. You've got 1981 and 1979, you have a type 1 and type 2 mint mark. Whereas earlier in the game, say 1946, the mint marks are described with a mint mark style, right? A sans serif, a ball serif, a trumpet tail. Kind of neat the way that works. It seems to me, if we stick with the same standard, the type 1 or type 2 mint mark, we could assign that with a mint mark style, just like Variety Visa does, and it would take away all confusion. You get a lot of confusion with the cams and whams, right? Because really the same reverse used on the 1988 P&D that has the flared G on the designer initials. That's the same reverse design as used on the whams later on in 98, 99, and 100. We need to call that reverse design number 7 more accurately. So we nail down what we're talking about. And we're all on the same page. That's the trouble we have with some of this vernacular nomenclature. Is it a spitting horse or a pooping horse? Well, I guess it depends on what side of the coin you're looking at. Is it a type 1 mint mark or a type 2? Because they don't have type 1 and type 2 in 1928 where they have a large and small size mint mark. They call it a large or a small mint mark. Oh gosh, this is confusing. So we have to weigh everything and start pinpointing them by the particular design variety used on that date, right? For the obverse and for the reverse. And then we got to include, you ready for this? On some of these, we have to include the rim, because you've got differences on the rim on some of these coins. Not so much on the wheat pennies, but say your modern dollars, you've got a type A or type B edge where the letters point up or point down. Well, which is which? Yeah, we're going to sort that out. Yeah, then you got micro mint marks. Huh? Especially if it's a mint mark style that is used. You're going to find all your 1909 S's all use exactly the same style of mint mark. And if you can zoom in close enough and it's not terribly worn down such as this one, you're going to see a little notch, little corner of that S. Kind of has a little, let's see, which way is it? It would slope. Yes, it would slope in this direction. Just a little mark. So you have a little triangle up there. Kind of neat. Oh, let me show you this. What you have here, now if I had a hair, I've got one here. Wait for it. Let me pull a hair out. I use these all the time. They're so darn handy. I'm going to make something, so just one moment. Let go. It won't let go. Oh, that's because there's 7 of them. Oh man, I made a bald spot. All right. I gotta get a pair of scissors and some tape out. And let's make one of these things. That's not very transparent. Give me one of these there, cardboard. It's the poop right there. All right, we're gonna make one of these because I need a hair so I can make a hairline. And I showed you this before. But geez, we got a lot of new people all the time, so why not keep showing it off? I need a couple of pieces of tape. There's 1. There's 2. I need a hair. Just 1, please. Okay. I got a flip, and what I've done there is just kind of cut it out. And over here I've got a hair, and I'm going to put the hair so it goes across that gap. All right. And you'll see this in just a moment. And then you'll see why I'm doing such foolish things. But I got to stretch it out. There. There. Okay, let's go over to this camera. I can show you what's going on. All right. I've taken a hair and taped it across. And I've taped it so it's tight. And tight gives me a straight line, because if it's not tight, you get this curly hair. And if you have curly hair, well, talk to your friend with a long, straight hair, and maybe it'll be easy. That's not tight enough. How do I get that? Let me take, Yeah, curly hair doesn't work. When mine gets long, it gets kind of curly. Yeah, let's try another piece of tape. Okay, ready? Tight. Tight is right. But I have such awful manual dexterity. Okay, that's probably as good as we're going to get. There. Now it's tight and straight. All right, I get a straight line. More importantly, I have a very fine straight line. So what I'm going to do with that is use it, and we'll have in the diagnostic manual, we'll have photos of all of these mint mark positions. Let's see, there's the scope. Haha, mint mark position. You ready? Here comes that straight line. All right. I'm able to tell is the S below the bottom of the nines. Okay. And this is below the bottom of the nines. I got to collect, there they are. My penny's a little bit crooked. Straighten her out. There you go. And that's my horizontal. No, that's my vertical position. But then I also have a horizontal position, because with 7 different mint marks, the only way to tell is, well, which direction is the darn thing. And over here, the center of my S is left of the center of the 0. And with the combination of the horizontal and vertical location, I can tell that this is mint mark position number 2. Now, I'm using Chuck Daughtry's mint mark positions. But, oh, check this out. Any mint mark position number 2 is a repunched mint mark. Huh? It's not just a repunched mint mark. It's an S over horizontal S. So now we got to look that up. Okay. Let's zoom in here and see if we can see this. And this is going to be very hard because, as you can see, we got a lot of detail missing on this coin. And I said before, these varieties, be they double die bursts or RPMs, or even die cracks sometimes. Once you get into the lower grades, once you start getting a lot of wear on the coins, let me click on some things here. I got to get this out of the way here. There. Once you start wearing out your coins, it gets difficult to diagnose exactly what you got because the details start to disappear. And we're going to get in and look at this S. It's an S over horizontal S. Some of the things we're looking for a kind of a boot sticking out here because the S is sideways. We're looking for some distortion up above this edge. But I've got so much wear, plus, you ready? It's a darn woody, right? It's got this grain going through it all across the coin. All right, that kind of gives a little extra boost. Some folks like those woodies. So I want to be able to see this this S over horizontal S thing. And I'm kind of limited to the camera. So I'm going to pull the camera out and put it in at a sharp oblique angle. And let's see if we can see anything at all. And give me a minute because I'm doing this by hand all of a sudden with no magic and assistance. Okay, there's the S. And with that, look, can you see a kind of a protrusion sticking out of the lower, let's see, the 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock position of that S, of the lower curl of the S is where we're trying to see a bit of extra meat sticking up. Okay. This is going to be very hard to see. It's all up in the air. Can you see anything there? Man, that's just about impossible. This is where your eyeball is a whole lot better than a digital camera. You know, your digital camera, this one is what, 2 megapixels or 8 megapixels or something like that. Your eyeball is the equivalent of 256 or 512 megapixels. You can see more with a decent loupe and a well-trained eye than you ever will with one of these cameras, even a top quality camera. There's the S again. And if you're able to make out the distortion above that mint mark, well, you're a better man than I am. But looking at it by hand, in hand, yeah, it jumps out at you. The big marker is going to be that. Let's see if I can hold this steady. Stop wiggling. I need something to prop that up against. Here's, hey, look, I got this. I got a Riser treasure hunting mug. Riser, you saved the day. Look at that. Let's bring that over. Cameras don't have a brain. And this is that boot we're talking about, right in here. It's, well, that's part of the tail of the initial mint mark punch. And there's a bit of distortion right above it around here. This part is very hard. The boot, that's pretty clear. And, well, maybe not very clear. It's not very clear at all in this particular example. She's just plain wore out. Let me zoom this back out. Quit breathing! For how long? All right, let's see. There it is. But the mint mark position, even if you can't see the detail of the repunched mint mark, because there are, you ready? Of the 7 mint mark positions on 1909S, 2 of them are RPMs, right? Mint mark position 1 and mint mark position 2 are RPMs. One's a simple RPM where it just shifted to the east, and then you got this one that's just plain sideways. What does that mean? That means if you understand the positions, ready, you don't have to see perfect clarity. You can cherry pick the mint mark position on these 1909S's because these do have a bit of a premium. Even in this grade, it's probably going to be an extra 10 to 20 bucks because it ain't screwed up and it is just barely perceptible up to the top of that S. And you got that boot right in there. Huh. Wow, you mean you can just go through and look at pictures and identify from the horizontal and vertical position of the mint mark whether it is an RPM or not. Yes, that's right. Use that fabulous human eye, Bill. Okay, I got a couple more pictures here somewhere. Let me see if I can find those. Let's see. Let me click on all these and that one. Okay, I'm going to open these up. Edit. I think that's the button I want. Oh, here they come. How do I make that big? Did it make them all big or just the one? Oh, for Christ's sake, I opened it in Photo, in freaking Microsoft Paint here. Give me a minute, I'm going to do this over. Kill that, kill this, kill that, kill this, kill, 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 kill. Okay. I just want to open these. There we go. We're open. Let's see. I want to find my way home. That's this. We're going to go to the screen. That's this. All right. Here's an idea of the different positions on that mint mark. If you zoom in and look at this one. This was position number 2. Right? You see the location left and right? If I draw a line through the top of that S, it's going to show up just close to the inside of the 0. If I draw a line from the bottoms of the 9s, my S is going to be a little bit lower than that. Now let me zoom in on this a little more. That didn't work. Oh, and this is the shallow N. Okay, stop messing with me. We're going to zoom. There's some zoom for you. A little too much. Too much zoom is sometimes a bad thing. There's that shallow N. It does not cut this line. It's to the left of the line, the base of that. Okay, and here we have that repunch mint mark where we have this extra bit of meat right over here at about 2 o'clock in the lower S, and we have some distortion up here at the top. That's it. That's the S over horizontal S. And if all you can do is pick out the mint mark position, dude, you're going to get it every single time if your position is right. Right? There's another one. Let's zoom in on that. And that's a better shot of the mint mark. Here's your extra boot, and here's that distortion. Right? That's the S, the curl of the S. There's a bit of the top up over here, which I think you'll just see as a bright dot. And this lower boot would be, well, a piece of the serif. Serif. Okay, let's look at another one. What's this one? Aha, this is die number 3. It's not an RPM. Let's look at that. Let's get its position right. If I draw a line from the center of the S straight up, it just about meets the center of the 0. And if I draw a line from the bottoms of the 9s, it's below that. These are several of the positions of that mint mark. Okay, what's that one? Die number 4. Very similar to die number 2. Right, but it's a little bit higher. It actually intersects that line instead of being below that line. And it's got a little bit of a tilt to it. Kind of slopes a little bit to the right. And let's see, what's this one? Die number 7. And you're going to see, if I draw a line straight up, I'm way over here on the left of the O. Now we're only talking what? 0.2 of a millimeter difference over here in the left and right position. If I draw a line across, I'm intersecting that line. It's very specific, these. Some of them are a little bit better. Where's number 6? That's 4. All right, and here's a shallow reverse on a position 4. Okay, this is number 7. And here is geez, that's a deep cut on the back of a 7. There it is. Okay, that's a 7. It doesn't, give me next. There is no next. Okay, that's all of them. We've gone through them. But you can see that S kind of jump around from place to place. My mouse isn't working. Stand by. There it is. Is that the first one? That must be the first one I have. There you go. Well, if you can identify the position of the S correctly, you can determine if it's an RPM instantly without even seeing the detail. Well, there's a cherry picker's trick for you. I'm going to get back to the home. There it is. Catch up on chat over here. There it is. How come that's not working? Okay, I guess it's working. Let me catch up on chat real quick. I've got a red line. I'm going to assume I'm on. I've been having internet slowdowns of late. The 31S will be there soon. Thank you, Coin Dragon. We've got to get that into the big show. So mint mark to the left or right, or in the middle. I've got, let's go back to that spreadsheet. Here's a screen. Where'd the spreadsheet go? Here's a spreadsheet. Let's see. There's 7 positions, right? But you also want to match up the position of the mint mark with the reverse design in order to get the particular die pair. Because I've got 4 positions. 1, 2, no, wait a minute. Let me do it this way. 1, 2, 3, 4 positions with a shallow N. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 5 positions that have the deep cut N. Try that one out. A couple of these overlap, and I'm still trying to verify one more. I've got a suspicion that there's another die pair, which is one of these mint marks that'll have the deep cut, and that'll be a delight to find that. But I've got to set up and get photos of each of the positions so we can sort that out a whole lot easier. There's a chat. Here's me. There. Oh, and I'll give you the scope again. There. Gosh, the complexities. This is why we say, you know, having a full image of the back of a coin as well as a full image of the front of the coin will give us information that you may not know to offer. Anytime you're asking a question about a coin, give us the whole shot. Yep. Let's say you're asking about a mint mark on a 1909S. Would it help then if we had a back shot? It sure would, because now we can pick out, does it have a shallow or deep cut end? Because if it doesn't have the right back, then it's not the right mint mark. There we go. The stuff you learn. Yeah, when you get deeper into the hobby, when you start getting into those particular little details which will confirm or deny the correct assignment of nomenclature for a die, for a variety, it gets pretty intense. Gosh, we have to look at the shape of one letter on the back to decide if it's correct for what we see on the front. Yeah, that's how we do it. And you can confirm or deny that a coin is even genuine from these tiny little markers. This is why. Yep, give us the whole back and the whole front when you send photos. Okay, let's say small n or large n. You can call it whatever you want, baby. I'm going to go with what's normally used. But I'm calling it, you ready for this? What am I calling it? I got to look this up. Da-da-da. S for standard. DVR, which is design variety reverse. And then 001 through 004. Yeah. So is it design, reverse design number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4? It's got a VDB, it's going to be 1 or 2. No VDB, it's going to be 3 or 4. Huh. But we're very specific. Yep. Just from offering that one little identifying line, we can tell if it, you know, is one or the other, because we got 4 different designs for the reverse on 1909. Good Lord. Beth here? Hi, Beth. I was just killing some time letting people know that, oh, I got to check my email, by the way, that Mike Wolf has lost power. That's not it. There it is. Okay, we got news. John is going to take 7:15 tomorrow before Paula. Wow, okay. Can I do something? Let me look at the schedule real quick. Where is the schedule? Dun, 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 dun. There it is. Okay, we're gonna move this. Here's the screen. This is the guts inside my blog. I'm gonna take this bit and over to here. There we go. Give me that blue line. Nope, no asterisk. Oh, this is so hard. I have no grace. Give me the dot. There we go. I'm going to cut that, put it down here so he's after Beth. Add a line, and put him in the middle. There we go. There's John Wolf. And we're going to edit that to 7:15. 47 o'clock. 7:15. Where'd the colon go? Where is your colon? Okay, there we go. There we go. Update. John Wolf has lost power. There we go. That's got it. Let me make sure we got a little space in there. And hit the update. That should work. And we can view that. So we have a schedule change. There it is. Update. John Wolf has lost power. Rescheduled for Sunday at 7:15. Here is the 7:15 minting early coins. Does his link work? Let's find out. There he is. Here's John Wolf right in there. Okay, 794 subs. Make sure you get over there and hit that subscribe and hit the little bell so you can get a notification when he comes on. Need me to bump back an hour or so tonight? Already a little late. We're looking good. You got to realize you're coming on at 9. That's still 6 o'clock over on the West Coast. That's a good time. You know, you'll be fine. People, if they know enough, they'll just click your notification bell. Coming up tonight, what are we looking at? Okay, we're looking at that. Coming up tonight, we have Jeff Stanley at 7, so 2 hours from now. He's going to talk about Jefferson Nichols. And Mike Kittle is going to talk about those Daniel Carr mint coins. Daniel Carr is a fellow who's got his own repaired and refurbished Denver Mint press, and he's making coins. He's doing stuff. This is you want to see this. And Jeff Stanley's going to go off about Nichols. So that's the lineup for tonight. Tomorrow we got Beth Coddington. We have Fluffy talking about tokens. Then John Wolf at 7:15. There's still plenty of time in the daytime if you want to get into it, folks. Paula at 8 talking about attributing dye varieties. 9:30. Oh, that's me. And get those clues. Oh, wait, I got to get a clue. Let's see. There's the chat. Okay. There's home. This show wasn't really part of the lineup, but we'll put in a bonus clue. How about that? Let me look at this. All right, because I got here in my hand the answers to everything. Okay, I'm going to call this the bonus clue. All right, what do I need? I need a bonus clue. I'm sure I got one here somewhere. That'll work. This will work just fine. There. Now we can make an unmistakable bonus clue. You missed the clue? Sorry, man. Nothing I can do about that. Maybe you just pay attention. You like the way people are putting their clues up? Some people just say the clue. Some people stick it on the wall. Some people kind of point to it and try to do it in ways you can't miss. The whole idea is to give people a reason, one more reason, besides they want to learn. Give them one more reason to go around. Where'd that thing go? Is that it? Yeah. One more reason to go and watch every... Ah! Stand by. Oh, man, we got to get the duct tape here. Okay, one more reason to get out and watch these shows. The big prize is not the stuff we give away. The big prize is the information that you learn, because you'll keep that forever. Okay, meantime, you've got all these clues. We're going to have a little trivia come Monday, and we're going to give away this thing. It's a brand spanking... Look at that. That's shrink wrap, baby. That is brand spanking new. It's a Morgan Dollar album from Whitman. It's got the little slides that come out and go back in. One of those. You'll love it. John, put Ken's link up. Damn it, I just picked those all up. Oh, for Christ's sakes. There we go. Oh, let's try this. See? Is that thing working, I wonder? I must have to... No way, the Nightbot shows up easily. There it is. The Coin Seminar weekend information at Showtimes is right there. All you got to do is click on that, and you'll get the links to everybody and go from there. Oh, watch this. I think we got the directory. Directory. And that would be the Coin video and blog and live stream directory. Pick up sticks. Yeah. There. And there's more video channels and links and stuff. we'll go from there. All right, guys, I'm going to take off. We got 2 hours to kill before Jeff Stanley comes on. There we go. Where'd it go? You like that? Look at that. We got magic over here. Okay, this is a bonus clue. It will still work. It's just a bonus. But it'll tell you it's probably not the answer. Are you paying attention? No, not usually, man. I can barely keep up with the chat. I knock stuff over. I got the printer up here on a little stand, and I cleaned up, well, I've been cleaning up behind me. But still, it's easier rather than put it away, just stack stuff on top of the printer. And it's already 2 feet above the top of the printer. Oh, I'm dying. Is John Wolf here? John Wolf, he had a power outage, so he's going to reschedule for 7 o'clock tomorrow. Oh, Beth needs to change her time. To what time, Beth? Let me make sure I got Beth here. At Beth. There it is. There, Beth. You have my attention. Look at the lint on this shirt. To 3 p.m. Eastern on Sunday. Let's do that right now. Here's this. We've got the screen. There's Beth saying 3 p.m. Eastern. Beth is going to sleep in tomorrow. All right, I got to edit here. This is the easy part. Yeah, we had another change. Paula, I had her at 5 o'clock, but it's supposed to be Eastern time, and she gave me 5 o'clock in wherever it is out west time. So that was changed. So we have 3 o'clock in the afternoon for Beth Connington. There we go. Time change so Fluffy can get her beauty sleep in. There. Me, I get my ugly sleep in. It's a different thing, but it's still the same idea. You just have to don't sleep as much. There's home. Gotcha, Beth. Yep. Dream of me tomorrow. Oh, you're meeting college friends. Oh, good. Get him into coins. Say, I know this dude. He's really cute. He talks about coins. You should meet him. Yeah, that's gonna help. My kiddo, is there enough time between 7:15 and 8 show tomorrow? Between 7:15 and 8, John Wolf, 45 minutes. He'll probably be okay with that. He tends to get right to the point, and sometimes he just chats for 15, 20 minutes. I bet you he'll have plenty of time to make that work. He's got most of his hair. Who's that? It's not me. I've got most of my hair, but it's in the bathroom. Right to the tub drain. Bill did 3 hours. He's a machine. Well, he kind of slept in. He got going, about 15 minutes later than scheduled, but that's okay. And dude, he just goes on and on sometimes. He usually does a Saturday show, Bill 457, and he'll go on as long as he needs to. It's not a problem. That is part of the hobby. We don't really live by schedules, right? We just do this for fun most of the time. It's what I do. This and nap and sometimes eat really good sandwiches. I've been getting into sandwiches these past 30 years. He did a great job. He's got a fine channel. He's a good guy. He likes to show off what he gets. Every week he's out there pounding the pavement, getting new stuff. Yep, there he is. That's how he gets his hours in. Man, keep doing your thing. Look, there is no right or wrong way to collect coins. If you want to collect, busted up coins with holes in them, be my guest. You'll probably have more fulfillment going after some some really neat things. Let me get this wire out of the way here. There. There's some neat stuff out there. Bill Betts just sent this one in. I showed it off yesterday. It's a freaking Morgan dollar. But somebody took some engraving tools to it. There's Moose. Somebody took some engraving tools to it and turned it into some pirate booty. Let's give that a few moments to try to focus. There it is. So that's an 1881 Morgan. It no longer grades. It's been altered. But that's a neat one. Well, we're going to give that away. Huh. And maybe we'll give this away. Huh? Tomorrow during the big show. And there was another one around here somewhere. Where'd that go? We were trying to get into the big show. No, there's that proof Indian that has to be given away. Where'd that go? We had it. Wait for it, man. I've been cleaning up and I can't find anything now. Is it in this box? Is that it? Ooh, what's this? No. Is it in this stack? Yeah, I can find stuff now. Right, I'll just clean off the desk so I know where everything is. I knew where it was before I started messing with stuff. What's this? No. Is it under here? Nope. Okay, let's look. Here, this is what my desk looks like on just about any given day. Ugh! Okay, I think it might be in this stack. Oh, did you see the Brady Bunch we put together? Look at this. See? Point that down. That's like the Brady Bunch in coins. Don't tilt it. Whatever you do, don't tilt it. Okay, there was a dime here. I swear it. Oh well, we'll find it. It didn't make last week's show because we didn't have enough donations to make it happen. But it's a wicked nice dime. Boy, I hope I put it in plastic. What's that? What's this? Huh. Where do these things go when they go wherever it is that they go? What's that? No. Oh, my ink came in. I'm so happy. Finally. Well, I have until tomorrow to find that. Usually I put the good stuff in here. See? Look where you put the stuff. Yeah, hopefully we'll be able to give that away too. Let's see what we got in there. Alright. We'll set it down. Put the camera back. Come on. Ugh. Why is that so stiff all of a sudden? Oh, wow. Now it just falls to the... Okay. Okay. What has to be given away around here? We got the Proof Indian, which I'm trying desperately to get to. Right? We've got this one for the big show. Didn't make it last week. We'll try again this week. It is a Proof 66, 1942. It is a darling. There it is. Have you got a Proof Mercury dime? If I can make this straight and square, it'll probably come in. Yeah, there's a nice one. And we got some weird stuff like that thing over there. That's what goes on. We give stuff away sometimes. In the middle of the Brady Bunch coins. Oh, let's get them out again. I'm sorry, I just lost them again. Yep, you ever do the Brady Bunch in coins? Do it on a surface that's not as slidey. Okay, what do we got? We got Greg, Bobby. No, Peter. Greg, Peter, Bobby, Marcia. Then, well, that's supposed to be I needed another girl, and I just pulled this out because it's what I had. And see, Amby Davis. It's the Brady Bunch, kind of. All right, look, I got to get some dinner going. I got to clean up my desk. I got to find something, I'm sure. We'll get to that. I just thought I'd fill a little time, give you a bonus, right? Give you a bonus clue for just showing up. Alice does look jaundiced. What you gonna do? I think she passed away finally, or she's 106, one or the other. So I'm gonna go do my thing, and I want to thank you for stopping in. Guys, just have fun with it. Really, if you're not having fun, that's when you're not doing it right. Okay, stay groovy.